Hello, welcome to a Get Ready With Me using my Pandas eyeshadow selections. I feel like I should be describing what this video is, but I feel like it's all in the name. But we're not going to start with eyeshadow today. Today we're actually going to start with lip gloss because I just need something on my lips. They feel weirdly dry considering that I've been wearing some kind of lip gloss off and on pretty much all day. This is not going to give me a ton of color, but that's okay because there's going to be plenty of color on the eyes. Okay. I mean, it's lip gloss. What else is there to say about it? Now we finally get to the point of the video. I have eyeshadow primer on and I have set it down. So I'm going to start with a shadow that is not in my Pandas eyeshadows. However, we're sharing an exciting moment today because this will be my 100th time using my NYX Ultimate Edit in Ash palette. And in case you were wondering, I do have a favorite shade in this palette. It is this one, the one that is probably pretty close to pan while the rest of them look relatively untouched. So I'm just going to take that on my finger and I'm going to pat it all over the lid. I'm going to use this as a base for a more sparkly shade that actually is in my Pandas eyeshadows. This is just a neutral shade. It's darker than my skin tone, but it has some pretty similar undertones. Sort of an ash shade. I'm just putting that all over the lid. I'm not being too careful about my placement because I'm going to be layering shadow pretty much all over it. Okay, so next up I'm going to go in with some glitter glue because, as I stated earlier, the shadow that I'm going to be using is quite glittery. So I'm just going to put that over really the inner 2/3 of the lid is where I'm going to concentrate it, but I'm not too concerned if it goes a little further. And I'm going to make sure I'm hitting that inner corner too. I feel like I didn't have quite as much on that left finger as I did on the right. Okay, now we're good, I hope. So the shimmery shade that I keep referring to is this Kiko shade. This is a part of a duo, but I am interested in this lighter taupe shimmer. So I'm again just taking that on my finger and I'm going to pat it over the inner 2/3 of my lid and in the inner corner. I might add some other glitter to the inner corner as well. We'll see once we get a little further along if I just want to amp that up a little bit. But for right now, I think that this will suffice, and this gives me my daily dose of glitter. 100% the pediatrician recommended value. Okay, so that's looking good. Next up, we're going to go into this gray. This shade right here, which is also in my Pandas eyeshadows. And again, just on a finger. This time I'm using my pinky finger because I find that this is the best finger if I want to apply just a little bit of product to just a very small area. I'm going to pat this in the very outer corner just to give me a little bit of dimension. I will probably end up blending it out with a brush, but we'll just worry about that when I actually take care of the crease. Okay. So now we can set up the crease. I'm going to be using this light purple shade. This is not actually the shade that's in my Pandas eyeshadows, but it's a really similar color, and I've actually already hit goal on the color that's in my Pandas eyeshadows, so spoiler for the update, but that will be rolling out. I do, however, want to be getting more use on this shade, so I'm just going to stick this in the crease and I'm going to make sure that I'm blending out that very outer edge of the gray with this lilac. I'm really liking where this is at. I think that I'm going to use this same purple just on my smudger brush and take it under my eye. And then I think I might be done. I had intended, let me finish this before I try to talk as I'm putting things near my eye. Okay, there we are. I had intended to use this teal shade, Meadow, as lower liner and then maybe as upper liner as well. However, I'm just kind of liking this soft glam look that I have going on right now, so I just think I'm gonna keep it as is. Maybe I will put a little bit of, never mind, the only liner I currently have is navy, and I don't want to do that right now. So I guess that is the eyes more or less done. I will add some mascara and then we will be back to figure out the rest of the face. Okay, so I have had this Monsieur Big mascara from Lancome open for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days at this point, and it gives me such beautiful lashes. I love this effect. I feel like they look thick and fluttery. Sometimes they can look a little bit clumpy, but I don't really mind that. I mean, I'm not trying to pass these off as my natural lashes, and sometimes I like a little bit of a clumpier look, but it is such a pain to use this mascara. The end effect is so beautiful, but the wand is big and it's so wet. I have really mixed feelings. No one was really asking for my review of Monsieur Big, but there you have it, take it or leave it. I have cream products for my blush and my highlight, and I also have some powders pulled as well in case I want to set things down. I say that as though there's a chance that I won't. I will want to set things down. I just haven't decided which products I will be using to set them down. So I'm going to start first with this liquid blush from YC collection. I got this through Ipsy, and it's one of those brands that I've never seen outside of Ipsy. It's like they sell on Ipsy and Amazon and like BoxyCharm or something, so you know. I'm not gonna say anything bad, I'm just gonna leave that there. And I'm going to not use that brush because that's what I want to use for my highlight. Where's my brush? There it is. I'm gonna use a foundation brush to blend this in. I concentrated it mostly up a little bit further near my temple. I just feel that that works better for me with these slightly brighter blush shades. Keeps my cheeks from looking too ruddy. And then I'll put a little bit across my nose because, I don't know, I don't have any self-control when it comes to blush. Or highlight, which we'll get to in just a second here. Okay. It's not the most blended, but I think it's looking okay. Now for highlight, this is my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo, which is way too long of a name. But this is lovely. It's this iridescent white to pink purple. Beautiful. I'm just going to dot a little bit of that along my cheekbones. And then I just had that brush out. Okay, there it is. I'm going to blend it in really. With this product, I want to focus it right along the cheekbones. That's why I'm using this smaller brush as compared to the blush brush that I used. And then when I get to the apple of my cheek, I tend to just kind of contour it. Sorry, not contour it. Follow the contour of my cheek. I kind of like that shine. Okay. And you know what? Let's get a tiny bit more just on the back of my hand. And I will spread that across my brow bone, just kind of link that up with my cheek. I mean, look at that on my hand. Isn't that beautiful? I have still not escaped like 17 in the Beauty Guru crazy highlight. I'm more in love with like purple and pink highlights than I was then. Could have gone a little bit overboard there, but you know, it happens. Constantly. Okay, now I'm liking where all of that is at. For just a little bit more shine, I think I'm going to go in with Colourpop Earthshine actually. This is a pink with a little bit of a duochromatic purple flip. It's really a pretty weak shade, but I think that'll make it a really pretty highlight. So I'm just getting that on the other end of the brush I was using earlier, and I'm going to follow right along the same area. That might actually be a little much. Yeah, that's probably too much, but I don't really care. I'll just add some more matte or almost matte blush on top, and you know, because putting on more makeup will somehow make this look more subtle in my mind. Does that make sense? Really? No? That's what we're gonna do. So I got some new goodies, including this little e.l.f. palette of blushes. Yeah, I got this along with like 6 other e.l.f. products for $4. My grocery store had these like starter sets for a bunch of the brands that they sell, and they were clearing them out, and I had a coupon just like for my visit. So I got 3 of these starter kits for $4 each. And I don't know if I'm gonna do a haul video or what, but I have so much new makeup to play with, and it's not great for my low buy, but it's been really fun to play with, so yeah, kind of a toss-up. Anyway, my makeup is done, and I'm liking how this turned out. I feel like I could have gone with a little less color on the cheeks, but you know, that's pretty standard for me. I am going to add a little bit more lip gloss just because. And with that, I think that I am actually done. I'm really happy with this. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please consider liking and subscribing if you did, and I hope that you will come back in a week and a half or so, something like that. I don't really know right now, to see my Pan Those Eyeshadows update and get a sneak peek into what will be in next month's Get Ready With Me. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.